Welcome back to Business Nightly. During the first year of the Business and Development Challenge, 2 Filipinos won. Because of the Philippines' active participation, the organizers are now localizing the competition. Now, joining us tonight is Mr. Derek Norde, one of the founders of Fair Ventures, who conceptualized and is implementing this international business plan competition. The Philippine Business for Social Progress is their conduit here in the Philippines and will lead the localized version of the competition. Of course, we're talking about the BiD Challenge Philippine version, which is really about presenting the best, most exciting, most innovative business plans. But before we get to that, going to your website, you're struck immediately by a mantra there that is printed on that site, which is poverty reduction through profit. That's simple. Now, tell us about the approach of BiD Network, its approach to reducing poverty.
It's exactly that. We want to be a really simple, low threshold entry point for people with creative, innovative ideas. The key part is that, while doing work in emerging markets and developing countries and working with large financing corporations, it's sometimes something very far away for normal people who are actually entrepreneurs. So through a low threshold approach, like an easy jet formula for private sector development, I sometimes say, yeah, we want to be accessible for everyone.
So you want to make it easy, accessible. But what's striking there is poverty reduction through profit. I mean, so many great minds have tried to come up with a solution to poverty reduction. Some are political in nature, some are through social programs. But yours is clearly and quite honestly through profit. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, that's the philosophy we have, I think. If you see initiatives in the past which have tried to do development work through grants, through donations. Well, quite honestly, it's actually a long debate, and there's been a lot of research about that. But in the long term, you don't see that really working because it makes people dependent in general.
And what works in your experience? Because you have experience.
Give people their own incentive to grow. And then it's not bad to make a profit. No, it's good because it motivates you as well. And when it motivates you, it motivates your people, and you can employ more people.
So it's making poor people entrepreneurs, giving them the tools and expertise, the capital to be entrepreneurs and therefore successful businessmen. Exactly. Every good business starts with a business idea, a business plan.
Right.
But for poor people, that always is the hardest part, starting it from translating an idea in their minds. And if you go around the country, which you have in the Philippines, you see many people have great ideas, but just don't know how to operationalize it. What kind of help do you provide these poor budding entrepreneurs?
That's right. I think many people even have the feeling that they could never pull it off alone. They think, oh, I will never get there. So one thing we try to do is provide them with very simple formats, simple tools, how they could present their business. So that's just...
you don't have to be an MBA, in other words.
Right. Really likely most people are not MBAs who are great entrepreneurs. So that's one thing. And the other thing, through a business community we've set up, the Business and Development Network, online as well, you see that also investors have their profiles there, and everybody can view them. So we try to match those investors and other experts, actually, also people who have expertise on a certain specific topics. We try to match them quite directly to the people with ideas.
All right. Now, for the benefit of our viewers who are not familiar with the BiD Network, what we're talking here is literally it's a website that you can log on to, you can access for free. And what you can do there is upload your business ideas, and entrepreneurs all over the world who might be viewing that website and might fancy your business idea could actually talk to you, communicate with you, even fund your program.
They could, yeah. It's actually, it's quite simple. bidnetwork.org. You can check out, you can make a profile there very easily. You could also describe your business case there, or you could enter in contact with us. And you could also enter the BiD Challenge, which is a business plan competition we've set up to promote this. And, well, there's quite some big companies and other sponsors we've engaged in this, and they're also interested on their part to involve their employees to coach those entrepreneurs.
Right. So there are two ways by which you're trying to reach out to those poor but budding entrepreneurs. One is they can always access the site, bidnetwork.com, and they can always upload.
.org. Yeah.
Sorry, .org. It's not a com, it's an org.
Yep.
They can upload their ideas, talk to experts in that particular field,
Yep.
scientists, entrepreneurs, and even get funding. But there's also an incentive for them to join this challenge. And in the Philippines, you're now localizing. Tell us about that. They can join.
Yes, we are localizing because we feel we need to be closer to our entrepreneurs. And in the end, it's not about winning a prize, but it's about starting your business and getting investment. And for that, you also need local co-investors. So we need a local infrastructure. So that's why we started this pilot here in the Philippines, because we got many good and creative plans from the Philippines. And we have an excellent partner here with PBSP. And so what we did this year is to promote this tender through Philippine networks and give follow-up to those plans here by trying to find investors.
Right. So you're trying to encourage Filipinos now to submit these interesting and exciting business propositions or business plans, and you're trying to connect them to investors,
right?
To